Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, I'm in the P-36. So, side to side, not too bad. Let's get in. Who are we going to kill today? Let's see what we can do. Let's look for some... There we go. You, my little friend. Let's get in and deal with him.
The enemy has gathered forces to attack the command
Cool.
center.
Next. It's ready to come on target. Okay. Next, so the turning's not the greatest, but then I'd expected that. You, my friend. Okay, you are next. Let's spin round and deal with these guys. Nice. P-36, yep, not bad. And my crewman is only about 85%, so that's another reason why everything is a bit slower, because this hasn't got the best crew in it. But it still seems good enough, you know. So let's go and deal with the next one. Let's move on. That's it, he's gone. This should be ours. Now let's get in and take out some of the anti-air. Okay, that's gone. Here, that's it. Cool, neat. And that just sealed the deal. Okay, that's nice. Now, where to next? Okay, let's head to the centre. Get up as high as we can. Zoom in. So it's
Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately.
okay, thank you. So it's nimble in a way, but it's a little bit slower than I'm used to, but it's very solid. It's taken some damage, but not as much. So that's one of the things that the German and the especially the American planes are really good at. Now this is a combination situation. That sounds pretty good. Combination situation. Let's come in above those guys. Okay, let's deal with this one. That's it, my little friend. You're there somewhere. Goodness me, it doesn't turn as much as I was hoping, but still able to sort it out. Cool. Ha ha ha. That'll teach you, you little badger. And against the little Japanese, yeah, it's good enough. Let's come around here, see what we can find. Let's put that out. Oh, that's not nice. How much damage did we do? How many points have we got so far? So, you know, it's not a bad little plane. 36 feels really good so far. 5,500 points. Not bad for a first sortie. So, yeah, that's adequate. So let's see what we can do. P-36, yeah, it's nice enough. Let's see all the bombing symbols on him. He knew what he was doing. Let's get over here quickly. Will I be able to catch up with them? Let's check the range, 2,500 meters. Let's try and get up there quickly, but I don't think we're going to be there in time. They're going to be out of range by the time I get there, I think. Junkers 58 protecting their crew, so I'm going to head for where they're going to try and gain a little bit of speed. And then I'm going to flip in, take out the Junkers, otherwise he's going to shoot me in the side, which would not be a good situation after coming all the way up here and just dying. So there we go, the guns are starting to work, getting in. A little bit of lead, and he's gone.
Communication with the headquarters established.
Okay, he's more in range. Let's try and deal with him first.
The threat
Shucks.
complex eliminated. Way to go.
Cool. Can we take any others? Guns have overheated. Can we get him before? So it's quite a good pursuit craft. If we'd been a bit closer, that would have been nice. Going to stall out. I stopped before I stalled. So let's spin around and deal with that badger. Let's come in behind him. There we go.
I say again, support will not be available.
Bit of boost, try and catch up. There we go. Nearly got. Oh goodness! And then Blenheim comes in. Shucks. I think it must have been his tail. So, we've got to do some more. It needs a bit more. Mind you, 7,300 points so far. It doesn't feel as good as the performance shows it is. So maybe if I had a better crewman, you know, I think he was at 84, 85% or something when I took this out. So we'll see just what it's like. Now let's get in, help with these areas. Let's try and deal with this area first, otherwise we are going to lose. So get in, deal with this section, take out the anti-air, shoot through. Got a buddy in the BA coming in as well. 50%, but they've got more points. We're gaining more points every turn, but they've got more points overall. So let's take these guys out first and see what we can do. So it's not bad, you know. It's really not a bad little machine. Dogfighting is an issue. Lead the target slightly. That's him gone. Next, okay, let's circle after this one. Firepower is adequate. Let's go for the anti-air. Take that out on the way through. And then up. Yes, nimble enough, but you just have to try and get used to it. Let's take the anti-air out on the back of this ship. Okay, that's that done. Let's go in after the rest. Any more anti-air? No, that's all been dealt with. Right, let's take out some ground targets. That tent, then up, follow all the way through. Oh no!
The enemy force is too strong.
So, 9,260 points. How did we do such a high score on a defeat? What have we got? So, at first class, not bad. The plane feels not bad in so many ways, but the score is really, really impressive. So, let me just check. I don't even know if it's... flying start, subjugator, and effective. So, he was on 84%. So he's now on 86%. Okay, right. Let's see. 9,000 points, better than anyone else. Mind you, is a tier 4 in a mostly tier 3 game. So you know you got to give it that. But really good score. Now, what have we got on this? Double check because it's been so long since I played it. I've been asked to do the American line, so we'll start off at tier 4 with the P-36 Hawk. And you saw the mobility is good enough, but what we need to do is compare just what this is like in comparison to other planes. See where it fits. So, on the one side, we've got this little Badger. The Bristol, very strong at this tier. So we'll put the American there so we can compare it and see what it's good at and not. So then on the other side, let's have a look at the A6M. Very mobile plane. So we'll see just what it's like. Actually, let's bring in the German and we can do a straight comparison. So let's just bring in the 109B as being the other side of things. So survivability, what we're looking at, 2200 for the German, 25, almost 2600 for the P-36, and similarly for the A6M. But points wise, it's got the highest amount of hit points. Very good armouring, built very, very solidly. The German, 168 and 140 with the Japanese, so it's by far the toughest of the three. Guns, we're looking the weakest of the guns, but it's not far behind. 202 for the Japanese, then the German with 184, and the P-36 with 178. But you're looking, gun-wise, there's a lot of MGs on the other planes. Mind you, this has got a lot of MGs as well. So we're looking mid-range MGs, because we've got two 12.7mm guns, which are short to mid-range weapons. Very, very nice. Whereas the the Japanese has got two 7.7, so similar diameter, but then it's got two 20mm cannons compared to two 12mm cannons. So that's one difference. Whereas the German has got four 7.92s and one single 20mm cannon. So they're interesting combinations. So this is more mid-range distance and a lot of fire in a small area. Then we come to the airspeed. So you saw the firepower. We were able to take down a lot of different things and do a lot of damage. It really is, when someone's in front of it, it's a real hunter-killer once you can close the distance and actually get in. So, what's going to get us in? Optimum Air Speed is identical to the German. Anything that's as fast as a German is blinking good. Really, really is. We then get the stall speed. So, speed of the A6 is nowhere near. It's 240. So that was why I almost ignored it completely. We then get the stall speed, which shows what this is like in a dogfighting turn. The A6, the Japanese, is 90, minimum of 90 km/h stall speed. Really, really good. Behind this, but way up, is 140 with the P-36. But it's 10 better than the German. So you've got the same speed as the German, but more dogfighting ability, which is very, very useful. We then have the dive speed. Top is the German with 700. Not far behind with 650 is the P-36. The Japanese, on the other side, has actually got 530. Working our way down, we'll climb the slowest of the P-36 with 38.8. It was actually renowned for not having enough oomph, not being able to get at the tides of turn, stalling, and then the Japanese would turn, once it had stalled, it would start falling back uncontrolled, and the Japanese would take advantage, flip over, and shoot it from behind. So that was why things were updated a little bit later on. So that's just a little bit of trivia, and that really didn't work out for the Japanese when the Americans got more powerful planes later on. They started to turn around and expected there to be no plane there, and there were these new American fighters coming up behind them, and they've just turned their side at the top of a loop in front of a fighter plane coming up behind them. Not good, certainly with exposing their fuel tanks. It really was not pretty when that started happening for the Japanese. Back to this. So, manoeuvrability. Best of the Japanese, 7.9 seconds for a turn. behind this, unexpectedly, just what you wouldn't expect is that the German is at 10.3, even better than the American. So you've got a bit of a situation happening here. It's not good in a turn. The stall speed is the only good thing going for it, which can make it similar in a turn to the German, but it's not a great dogfighting plane. But you just saw what it was able to do at many different levels and come away and just destroying what was in front of it. So the power must come from elsewhere, and we need to work out what makes this so strong when it's able to just do this. So rate of roll, identical to the Germans, 130 degrees. The Japanese, 100 degrees. It doesn't need to roll. It's got the turn that it can do, which would just run rings literally around the other two. Controllability, it's the worst. Least accurate, but those MGs just fill the air with so much lead that it's a complete killing ground in front of you, and you're going to destroy what you have in front, as you saw with that replay. The German, a little bit more accurate with 82, and the Japanese the most accurate with 87, so that's really nice. Altitude performance, 1500 meters, a critical location. Below it operates better at a lower altitude than the German, but not a lot in it, with very similar characteristics, but a specialization at slightly lower heights. Able to get up and intercept, but also get down and intercept ground-based planes. And it may seem like it's only 200 meters. So the technique is semi-boom and zoom with such a strong fuselage and so many hit points that you can just shrug off most things and just go right through them out the other side, be in an environment where the other planes can't catch up to you. So 150 kilometers an hour difference. It's if you say it's got 50% more power, it's different, but you've got the ability just to anything you can't beat in a dogfight, you can just get away from. You've got all the plates on this, the armoring to allow you just to get through. So the survivability of the American planes is just exceptional, and that's why they're so slow. That's why they're so slow at turning, not slow in a straight line. They're slow in turns because of the armoring. But if you can weather things and turn those fantastic guns on people, that's where you have a key. The key to success with this. And then leading through the line, so we'll follow up the P-36 to see where this gets us at the end. So, tech tree, following up through the P-36, which isn't German. So, from the P-36 all the way up to the F-86, altitude 2800, Manoeuvrability 9.6, incredibly good at this tier. Very, very good, with a rate of roll of 160 degrees a second. Very, very good. Controllability 86, not the best, but very, very good. Airspeed 525 kilometers an hour. Very good, really, really good. We then come to the stall speed 200. So to see how this really works, we need to look at some of the other planes that are around about this level. So one which I'm working up to at the moment is the Yak 30. And then on the other side, let's look at the German side for something that's a bit speedier and more intercepty. That sounds a bit weird, but so let's get in with the P-1101. So working this out, survivability, you can see 600 points. They'd still got the armoring, absolutely phenomenal. So you're looking 6,300 kilos. It's almost twice the weight of the Russian, and this is no slouch. This is no small plane. So combination of a lot of armor, and great longevity. So this is a very neat line. We then come to the gun armament. The German is way ahead with 4 20mm cannons, but here we are with the 86, 6 12.7 mils, slightly shorter range, but a lot of manoeuvrability and a lot to fill the area with lots and lots and lots and lots of lead. I'm not over exaggerating with that. And then the other side, the Yak 20, the Yak 30, 323 mils, similar overall effect. The shortest range is the 12.7 mils, but the 23 mils, well, almost double the diameter. They put out less shells, don't completely cover an area, but they're good against larger targets, slower moving targets. The 86 is more of a sweeper. There's so much lead in the area that if someone's going through it, they're going to catch some of it. So it's quite a nice, neat outlook, and it works for the 36, and it works right. This theory of working with it works really well on the American line. So that's about the guns and a little bit of how they work differently. The 20mm cannons, 4 times the amount of damage, but they're 20 mils compared to the 23 mils that the Russians got, but there's 4 instead of 3. So there's a lot more in the area to try and catch the target. We then come to the airspeed. Oop. There we go. Overall airspeed, fastest is the German with 605. The F-86 is 525, and 50 slower than that is the Russian with 475. So there's not a lot in it between the Yak 30 and the F-86. So what differences do we get? So rate of climb, you're looking, the F-86 has got 67.5, exactly the same as the Yak 30. Look at the similarities. They, in a way, with the gull wings and all these, there's something about the way that these two look very similar, and they've got similar performance. So that's something very interesting. Rate of climb, 67.5 with both of those, and the German is more at 74.3. Okay, then the stall speed. The stall speed is the same as the German. The Yak 30 has got more, 40 better stall speed at 160, so it's able to do tighter turns than the other two. The other two are identical. So dive speed, what have we got? So the Yak is 950, the F-86 is 1100, which is quite exceptional, and 100 below that is the P-1101. The German is only 1,000. Yeah, I know. You said when you say only 1,000, it's like, oh, it's only that. Yeah, it's still 100 more than the Yak 30. So it's really not bad. And the lower speed at sea level, so closer to the ground, the F-86 has got 1,000 kilometers an hour. The Yak 30 is only 900. I know it says only, see, with these only 900 sort of thing. And the German is in between at 950. So the best performing at low level is effectively the F-86. So it's a really interesting one. That lower down, it operates better than even the Yak 30. So we've done the rate of climb, the dive we've looked at, and then we come to the manoeuvrability, which is a key issue at this level. 9.6 seconds for the F-86. Really not bad at this level, but a full 1 second faster is the Yak 30. So not only have you got the roll better with the Yak 30, but the turn time is better. And then just over a second slower to turn is the German with 10.8. So it's the really good ones in a dogfight are the F-86 and the Yak 30. But there's such a big difference. Well, it's 50 kmh difference that the Yak would be left behind. The F-86 could potentially catch up with targets, whereas the Yak couldn't quite get to them. Their firepower numbers are similar, but the Yak would be able to shoot at longer distance. If the F-86 can catch up to its targets, it's going to make mincemeat of them. Then we come to the optimum altitude. The perfect altitude is 2,800 meters, right up at the top of things. 300 more than the P-1101 on the German side. So you've got something which is able to work performance-wise between 2,800 meters and down towards sea level in a very neat way. But you've got issues with turning. It's a bit of a jumble of factors, but playing, it shouldn't work. Things shouldn't work with this. But because I haven't got one, and it's so many years since I actually tested one, I can't remember the characteristics. But playing the 36 just then, and I'm just going to go up to the P-40. So it leaves me with a really, really good feeling. Playing the German, it just doesn't quite feel right. There's something about this line which is filling me with good thoughts, and it just seems to come together. The overall amount of research that went into all of these was phenomenal. And so I just think there's something about the way these come together which isn't so much as the numbers say. There's more to them. It's the way the factors fit together that makes them so strong and allows you to get those huge points. So let's have a look. Back at the points again. 9,260 points. On the first sortie, yes, it's a mostly tier 3 game, but that's a horrendous amount of points. The A6M, who we took down, he came second, and in a battle situation, you would expect him to win, but I took him down. The numbers
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, I'm in the Odin Mortis channel. I'm so glad no one talked over this. Right, yes, back to this. Yes, so numbers-wise, he should have won, but he didn't. So there's more to this plane than the pure numbers alone make. I can't explain it. It's just a really good plane. And my pilot is only 86%. Can you imagine what it's like when you get 100% pilot in it? It boggles my mind that it's this good, even with an 86% pilot. So, the P-36 Hawk. You can tell by my voice that I'm really impressed with it. It's a long time. I sort of ignored this line. I was going to get back to it, and here I am. So I've sort of ignored it, and, well, it's far better than I remember it being. And, well, I really like the way this feels, and I will keep you appraised of how this goes into the P-40 and where it goes from there. And if it's really true, I want to keep playing this until I get 100% crew. And then we'll see what this is like with 100. Can you imagine? This is what you can do, this amount of damage with an 86% pilot. You can't, in a bad plane, you would basically get nothing. 3,000-4,000 points. But you're doing scores of 8 and approaching 9,000 points for a subpar pilot. Oh, setup. I've got what I'd put in originally from years back was top speed. We've gone for lightweight airframe plus 3% and control surface because the manoeuvring in the sky is an issue. And that's it. The rest is just bog standard. And let's have a look, see how much we made. 50,000 credits. Normally you're looking 30, 40, but 50,000 credits. It's a really good moneymaker. There's a lot about this which just strikes of being exceptional, but the numbers just don't say why. So, I can't put my finger on it, it just works. So, from me, so this has got to get, I've got to say this gets a triple pause. Triple pause from the bear. You hear some exceptional reviews. You get, oh yeah, it's pause, I don't like it, single pause, it's like 1 star, pause up, yeah, alright, yeah, thumbs up, I like it. a double paw is something that's out of the ordinary. But this, a three paw or 3-star, is quite exceptional. And it's a combination of it being exceptional and the surprise that it is exceptional. I hadn't expected it to be so good. The numbers don't say that it should be good, but it just is. It just works. And I can't put... The numbers say that it shouldn't be this good. But it is. That's it. I can't say any more than that. So, put in the comments what you think. And I will keep fighting my way with this and having fun. And I want to carry on being surprised. I want to find loads more great aircraft for you to fly. And for me to fly. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm the Gaming Bear. One very surprised Gaming Bear. Very, very sincerely recommending the P-36 Hawk. And if the rest of the line is this good, it's a bit of a beastly line. It really is. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm the Gaming Bear. See you on the next one. See you guys. Bye.